in cementing his power that he is fighting, by the way, to close ranks against anyone who stands against him, said no one is entitled to leadership. This message bestly suits him, but we know that he was actually directing this message to retired General Chiwenga, who was visibly not present at the Zanu-PF Central Committee seminar that is ongoing. I think it will end today, if I'm not mistaken, or it ended yesterday. But what is important is that Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa said no one can ever claim to be entitled to leadership. Bano ndibo banoti simutsa nemabasa etu. What was he saying in simple terms? He was telling retired General Chiwenga that you would remember that few days before Blessed Keza passed on, I just indicated that in 2019, in fact in 2018, when Mnangagwa lost elections, receiving 32% of the votes, according to the information that has been put on the public domain by Jealous Mawarre, is that the generals told Mnangagwa that you should actually prepare to step down after 5 years. We give you only 5 years. Mnangagwa went to CNN through an interview that he actually paid for to happen, not to CNN officials, but to a person who organized it, a Zimbabwean who organized particular interview, and defied the military generals. Afterwards, we saw the military generals dying and being buried to the National Heroes Acre, one after another. Very few have remained. And we know that the person who was tipped to take over from Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa was retired General Chiwenga. I'm sure and certain that there may be other generals who were also tipped to take over after Chiwenga. And Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa have actually shown no interest in giving power or handing over power to retired General Chiwenga. That is why we've seen 2030 term extension theater being the order of the day for the past 2 years. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So let's hear Mnangagwa addressing the delegates yesterday.
Ever claim to be entitled to leadership posts? Banotisimutsa mubabasa enu nokuvimbika kwenu nkokuti simukulusa. As several committee members, our conduct must continue to inspire confidence and inspire hope, while also entrenching unity of purpose and the trust.
So let me just play it for the last time, because the last part
No
of
one can ever claim to be entitled to leadership posts.
Yes, I think we have heard that statement said by the surrogates of Mnangagwa. I mean, even individuals like Themba Mliso have repeated that statement that no one can claim entitlement to the presidency. We've heard even Chris Mutswangwa reiterating the same statements, and that statement directed to the retired General Chiwenga. Actually, Mutswangwa depicting the military generals who said that as a secret society, saying no one can claim to be the president through a meeting of the secret society, referring to the military generals who sat with Mnangagwa then when he was powerless and made promises that he was only going to lead the country just for 5 years. Now Mnangagwa has turned the goals. The very same Mnangagwa that has never been voted by the people of Zimbabwe. He was brought into political office not by Zanu-PF delegates, but he was brought into political office by actually the very same military through a coup. Everybody knows that is the truth. It's out there in the public domain. The military had to intervene for Mnangagwa to be in power. He was never voted. The first elections he attempted, it was a nightmare. The military had to do a second coup. They have actually confessed to doing a second coup so that Mnangagwa stays in power. Jealous Mawar revealing that there was a second coup whereby Nelson Chamisa's victory was overridden by the military intervention. That on its own, about 6 Zimbabweans, if not 5, died in the process of military intervention. Another second coup was done also in 2023. That is why Mnangagwa now is tired of actually subjecting himself to elections, because they have been nightmare. They have shown how resented he is by the people of Zimbabwe. So he is now going after a potential candidate, that is retired General Chiwenga, saying you cannot claim entitlement to the leadership. He is actually showing him a middle finger that the people have chosen me. In fact, also it's an endorsement of the 2030 term extension bill. That statement is now coming out slowly but surely, coming out openly to speak against retired General Chiwenga. That the promise that I might have made to you, I have changed it. I cannot give you power. You cannot claim power. What you need to do, you need to get the power from the Zanu-PF members. And we know that the Zanu-PF members also are actually giving Mnangagwa this borrowed power. Because of fear. They don't want him. A majority of them around Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, they want him gone. They know that he is a liability, but they cannot openly say so, because they understand how dangerous he can be. If he could eliminate the generals that assisted him, what about just a mere member of Zanu-PF? Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Is